something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and they're carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Children, what's that sound? It feels so bad. Everybody seems to nag me. Coming Tuesday, I feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the semifinal round of the 2019 FTD World Cup will be beginning in just a few moments. As the contestants enter the room, we ask that you please make way for the Parade of Nations. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the semifinal round of the 2019 FTD World Cup will be beginning in just a few moments. As the contestants enter the room, we ask that you please make way for the Parade of Nations. Thank you.
You'll be a woman soon. I love you so much, can't count on your kind. They never get tired of putting it down, and I never know when I come around what I'm gonna find. Don't let them make up your mind. Don't you look good? You'll be a woman soon. Please come take my...
Please welcome the anchor from 6 ABC News at 4 and host of FYI Philly, Alicia Vitarelli. And also world-traveling floral designer and the 2002 World Cup champion, Per Benjamin.
Welcome, everybody, to the semi-finals of the FTD World Cup 2019. They just mentioned that Per is always a once a world champ, always a world champ from 2002. So you know how prestigious it is to get into the semi-final round. We started with 23 competitors from all across the world, the very best, and now we're down to just 10.
Yeah, we're narrowing it down now. So we have 10 for the semi-finals here today in the morning. And later tonight, those are going to be narrowed down to another 5 for the final. And late tonight, we're going to have a new FTD Interflora World Champion.
So tonight is the night we will have a brand new champion. For those of you joining us here in the room, this is such a magnificent event. It is a world-class event. It is basically the Oscars. I keep saying the Olympics of floral design. And to be hosting it here, not just in the United States, but in Philadelphia, is such an honor here at the Philadelphia Flower Show. It hasn't been hosted in the U.S. since 1985 when it was in Detroit.
Yeah. And now we're going to welcome the competitors. So we're going to have the procession of nations, some drama, more like the Olympics here.
It is, and they'll come in with their flags. Please clap for everyone. Getting to this round is such an honor for these competitors because we started with 23. If you walk around, please enjoy the magnificent works of all of the designers and artists who were competing.
Yeah, because what we're welcoming now are the best of the best. So first we have from Australia, we have Bart Hassam. Yeah, give him a warm hand. Our first semi-finalist, and he's tagged, I see it. And then we have from China, Yao Wei. And from Czech Republic, Primish Hitish. And from Finland, Pirjo Koppi. And from Germany, Stefan Triebe. And from Hungary, Tamas Mesefi. And from Italy, we have Vincenzo Antonuccio. Yeah. And from Japan, Kazuhiro Sugimoto. And from Korea, we have Oh Muen. And finally from Russia, we have Natalia Sisko. So those are our 10 semi-finalists.
And if we look around the room, I see some of the other competitors from our original group of 23, which is so beautiful, here to cheer on the semi-finalists. You said this is a floral community, this is a flower family.
Yeah, they're all here now to cheer up. And for all of you here, if you had other favorites before, cheer all these now as they're all our favorites.
I found myself getting a little emotional when these 10 semi-finalists came in the room. I'm an amateur, I'm a novice, so I stepped into this competition earlier this week not knowing anything about this grand scale and what this truly means on for the global floral community.
Yeah, and we're going to get back more about that. We are now going to let the designers go to their pods. So if everyone in the audience, if you can make a little way, you will see a flag coming towards you. Make way so the designer can go to their pods. And of course, they are not allowed to start, but they can just get in starting position. Yeah, you can go to your pods now, competitors. And the assistant follows, showing the way with the flag. And after that, the assistants, as usual, they will leave the flag at the pod and then leave the room, because they are not allowed in here while the competition takes part.
This is your top 10.
These are the top 10 best in the world.
Oh, you could just feel the excitement. First of all, it's such a pleasure and an honor to have this competition here. Global eyes, international eyes are on Philadelphia right now. These designers are some of the biggest names in the industry. The works that they are creating, and I hope you take a chance to enjoy all of them, will set the trends for the floral community and for design, because this is the cream of the crop.
It is, and a World Cup, that's a unique event. It only takes place every 4 to 6 years, so these designers will have an influence over the next coming years when it comes to style, design, maybe even some new favorite materials.
Yes.
So we have the trendsetters here.
Oh, we absolutely do. This is a premier event. Of course, the Philadelphia Flower Show is one of our favorite events of the year. And just know that by coming here today with each ticket purchased, you are helping PHS, the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society, do incredible work around our region, providing fresh fruit and produce and economic opportunities, and also beautification, right?
Yeah, so it's a huge event here, but what I find so amazing this time, for the first time ever in the history of the World Cup, it's live streamed, it's global. I get comments from countries all over the world
and me
cheering
too.
on their competitors. They follow it by the second what is happening here. So we have never been so international as we are this time. It's just amazing.
We want to say hello to everyone watching our live stream right now on 6abc.com. If you are here and you're taking beautiful pictures, because we know you are, use the hashtag FTD World Cup so that people who didn't get a chance to come here and are watching from all over the world can see what's happening right here in Philly.
Yeah, because we have the theme, we have flower power, but as I say, we are spreading that power of flower and the emotional side of flowers. We had through some of the tasks the emotional aspect of it, because flowers is communication. It speaks to our mind and our heart, and many times we use flowers instead of words when we might not dare or have the right words. Flowers are always there to communicate for us.
We want to just give a big thanks to the premier sponsor of this event, Smithers Oasis. Without this kind of support, this event would not be possible.
Oh, and now we need the help of all of you here. We're going to have a countdown to get the competitors started.
Can you guys help us?
Yeah.
Countdown.
Do it loud. So we start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Competitors, you can start. Woo! Oh, now I'm getting.
Now you're ready.
Again.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
This is the 5th task of this competition. In total, there are 6 rounds, and we're on to now the 5th task.
Yeah, and maybe before we tell the 5th task, we're going to say what they've actually done in their pods.
Yes.
Because we have 4 designs standing in all those pods. And the first one was Architecture in Harmony, a voluminous design, so you will see big designs in each pod.
And then a hand-tied bouquet. So most of you may be thinking what I was thinking, a bouquet. Not like our typical bouquet at all. This is something that, yes, has to be able to be held in one hand, but what these artists created, I mean, they're masterpieces. And to watch them do this live is like watching live theater. It's like watching a ballet. It's so peaceful. It's artistic. And it's just been such a joy. I'm going to miss this.
Well, from now on, you're going to have a beautiful bouquet all the time at home.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
Sounds
first thing they did a dinner for 2, a table setting, which the theme was Power of Flowers, where you can see they've all solved in so many different ways. So those were the 3 planned designs. They got to know those themes half a year ago,
yes,
and have spent that half year planning, replanning, practicing,
yes,
rehearsing, doing all those small changes before they're 110% satisfied with their designs that they then performed here in their individual pods.
And then yesterday, we had our first surprise task, which is so exciting. It's kind of like if you ever watch Iron Chef and they just get a basket full of ingredients. Each of these designers got a box full of flowers and materials, and each created something so unique and absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, and all of those flowers and botanicals were certified American-grown flowers, flowers grown within this country.
That's right. In farms large and small all across the U.S. That was super cool. And now, another surprise task. Tell us.
Yes. So, what I've started now, I'll read it from you. It's the designer's choice. They have all gotten the same flowers, same botanicals, same props. So they all have an equal start. But then it's the designer's choice. They can use as much or as little of the material as they choose to. And they, as we know from the other surprise box, they are going to change the materials. They will even use wrapping and packaging.
You were using foam and pieces of plastic. It was unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, and we have a quote here from Napoleon Hill. Strength and growth come only through continuous efforts and struggle.
So this is their inspirational quote. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle.
Yeah, and trees are a symbol of strength and growth. Their roots grow deep into the earth to provide a strong foundation for the tree. Use this tree or trees to show us your strength as a floral designer and how you have grown as a floral artist.
Wow.
So they are going to create floral trees or a floral tree to show their growth as a designer.
This is going to be beautiful. Everywhere we look here in the convention center, we see spring has sprung. Maybe not so much the case outside, but this is no doubt the most beautiful place to be in the city of Philadelphia right now.
Definitely. And imagine within the next coming 2 hours, we are going to see these very personal flower trees grow from stem, from trunk to branches and out in bloom.
And we're going to go around to each of these remaining 10 semifinalist pods, check in, see how it's coming along. If you want to say hi to us along the route, give us a
you're
shout
most
out.
welcome.
Yeah.
And when you look at these trees, try then to imagine the persona, the personality of the designer creating it, because I'm so curious. I know all these designers, I know them by person, and
I'm starting to know them as well.
Yeah, you are. So we're going to see how those trees actually, with our brief view, how they match the person. I'm so excited.
You know, if you're in the room and this is new to you, and it is to many of us here in the United States, because it's been since 1985 since we hosted this competition. This is the cream of the crop. And so these designers in the room, in the floral community, are like some of the top names in fashion that have become household names. These people will be making their mark, and they are making their mark right now on the international scene.
They definitely...
They're celebrities.
Yeah, they definitely are. And what I said it was designer's choice, and they can do what they want. Well, there are some rules and regulations they have to stick within as well. But to describe then, the technique and design, that is unrestricted. They can use all the different techniques we have in our floral toolbox.
Okay.
And they can do it as they wish and how they decide. But we have, as we've had before, we have some size regulations to stick within. And here I only have the metrics, I'll do that.
Okay.
We have a maximum...
Give it to them in feet.
No, it is not.
Oh.
So you have to transform that into feet then. But 1.25 meters wide, 1 meter deep, and 2.5 meters high. That's a little bit more than I. So then you have a little bit idea of it.
Okay. Okay, and it is so nice to see some of the other competitors who did not make it into the semifinals walking around just to be a part of this competition. Isn't that so special?
They're going to share their friends, because we're all friends here. We compete against and together. That's the key word. And another one, the last thing on this design, when the design is finished, the total impression should be 70% botanical, because they have a lot of props and structures. But finally, we should have a dominant impression of botanical material.
It's just so exciting to see so many people in the room joining us. The convention floor is packed today. This is the place to be. All of these designs will remain here at the Philadelphia Flower Show through the culmination March 10th, Sunday, March 10th.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to enjoy these all the day through the flower show. And I think for everyone here, we should repeat the 10 we have on the floor. We have from Australia, we have Bart Hassam. He's around the corner that way. We're going to head over to him in a while. We have Yao Wei from China. And we have Primož Hitiš from Czech Republic. He's at the back there. And we have Pirjo Koppi from Finland. And I know them by heart, but I still have to look. So we have Stefan Triebe from Germany. And then Tamas Mesofi from Hungary. And from Italy, Vincenzo Antonuccio. And from Japan, we have Kazuhiro Sugimoto. And Oh Mien from Korea. And from Russia, we have Natalia Sisko. And Alicia and I, we're going to tell you a lot more about these 10 designers when we walk around, because we've had interviewed them a little bit before. I know them by person, and I know you want to know more about them, both as a person and a designer.
Per, what was the feeling like in the room last night? Tell the crowd when the competition went from 23 to these 10 semifinalists. Were there tears?
I just say, wow.
Wow, yeah.
It was, I mean, the tension in that room. You could hear a pin drop on the floor, because, I mean, I had the honor to present all these 10 semifinalists, and I did not do it easy for them. I opened my envelope, all surprised for me that very second, seeing the 10, and I checked the live stream before I went to bed, and I could see my surprises in my face and my joys. It was incredible. And then, not naming them one by one, I made up a little story to keep everyone in tension before. So everyone was like, and I said, okay, the next one is a Europa Cup champion. We know we had 2.
So you added a little drama to this scenario. I'll be there tonight.
Yeah, and we're going to do that again
when this world champion is announced right here in our beautiful city. We're making history.
Yeah, and the tears, the joy, the laughter we had on stage. I mean, and I know that feeling. I've been there once, and it's incredible. I mean, it's totally emotional.
I love it.
It was just warm hugs, happy faces, and relief.
Relief, yes.
The relief was one of the bigger emotions, I think, because, I mean, imagine all the pressure for over half a year. For some of these designers, they've known for years that they would compete here.
Yeah.
And then they're on stage knowing they are in the semifinals.
And then, so they have that relief, they have that joy to make it to the next level, and then game face back on, because this is it. This is the final of 3 days of competition.
I had a struggle sending them all off to bed last night because they wanted to celebrate, but then it was like being daddy, the old designer said, go to bed now. It's an important day tomorrow.
Champagne tonight.
And we did champagne last night as well. Of course, they deserve to celebrate, and we had a magical night before we had them all tucked into bed. And now they're here, eager, and they want to prove themselves again.
So this is a surprise package again. Each designer has received the same materials. You will see 10 completely different interpretations, and just to watch it live, this is a live competition. It's live action. It's like watching choreography. It's like watching the creation of something from scratch, because they didn't have any preparation going into this one.
No, there's no rehearsal behind this one. This is pure instant creativity, and I think that shows really who will be the best, because we can plan, we can practice, we can exercise, and we can have influences from a lot of areas for these planned designs. And that, of course, we need to try that on them as well. But then, within minutes, within hours, creating from scratch, as you say, Alicia, that will sort out the one who will finally be our world champion.
Shall we see what they're up to?
I'm eager
to see. Let's go, me too.
Let's
go. We're going to take a little stroll.
Yeah, and we're going to first head over to Bart from Australia to see how Bart has started. I had a little walk around before, Alicia. I just had to see their structure work because I'm just too curious, being a designer myself. And already before they started, it looked very exciting. So, I mean, I just want to go around this corner and see what is happening. And see what,
First of all,
okay.
Congratulations to Bart Hassam from Australia, making it into the semifinals. A round of applause, everybody over here. We're going to do this for all 10.
All of them should have that.
Hi. So are you getting a look now at some of the materials that everyone's been given? What do you see?
I'm more here. Look, he's weaving.
Yes, this is...
This is carpet technique. This is tatami.
Wow.
This is one, me knowing the design as well, this is one of Bart's signatures techniques.
So this is a 2-hour timed competition, and this is a very, very intricate detail that is happening right here.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Double wires that he's taped onto the table, and then he just straw by straw pushes them in, secures them, and well, he's not going to do meters, so.
It's the
Oh, the same way that they do flooring. He's
in
explaining.
Japan. Because
I almost gave him the microphone.
He wants to be part of this.
To work.
He has to stay there competing. Yeah.
Beautiful.
This is traditional Japanese carpeting making, and it has that pale green color, the gray-green color that is one of Bart's favorite colors here in several of his designs, as we have seen.
Do we have any of Bart's friends or family members from Australia with us today? Where is the Bart
spot out
fan club?
I know someone that would like to say something. Come here, Jeff. Come on. You have your favorite here competing. So what's the feeling looking at Bart competing?
Well, I'm getting nervous for him. I think I'm more nervous than he is. He's calm.
He's so
hands
calm.
Are steady. Yeah, I'm more wrecked than he is.
Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, you look so happy and pleased, huh? Yeah. For how long have you heard about this competition and his tasks?
Oh, it's almost 6 months or even slightly more than that. So he's been planning it. He's been busy doing getting all the flowers, choosing all the plants, thinking of his techniques and all that.
Yeah. Has he spoken about anything else besides this?
No.
Are you friends? Tell us about your relationship. How do you know each other?
I'm Bart's partner. So yeah, so I all he talks about would be the competition and flowers.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is 6 months of intense planning, and really here we are.
Yeah,
and so just to watch it unfold, but he is so calm.
He is very calm. We are all more of a wreck than he is. So yeah, it's good. It's good that he's calm.
And so special. Everyone home. Say hi to everyone back home in Australia.
Everybody, yeah. Go Bart.
Go Bart. Yes.
Yeah. So tell us then. How nervous was Bart yesterday when sitting down waiting to see if he was in the semifinal or not?
He was gripping my hand with a death grip.
Oh.
I still see marks here,
yeah, huh?
Okay, competitors, you have now 1 hour and 45 minutes remaining on the competition time. That is an ocean of time, but it can run very fast as well, so keep up the good work. 1 hour and 45 minutes remaining on the competition time.
Let's tell people a little bit about Bart Hassam. His hometown is Brisbane, Queensland. Yeah. His favorite flower is the poppy. And he is very internationally acclaimed, multiple award-winning.
We have here, he won the Asia Cup in 2011. He's won into Florist of the Year 5 times.
Wow.
And he has worked, I don't know, he's up to 30 years soon with the flowers. And he has worked a lot in Japan, where he's worked together with Yoko, his Japanese master, a wonderful, talented woman. Yoko was competing in the World Cup in 2002 when I competed. So that's actually the first time I met Bart. And since then we have a lot of experience. We work together. I've been touring Australia together with Bart and his colleague. So he is a dedicated designer. Flowers is his life. And when Jeff says he has not spoken about anything besides flowers for the last half year, I truly believe him.
It's so wonderful to just watch this all unfold and the interpretation each artist is going to put together. Bart created his first wedding bouquet for a family wedding at the age of 13 and competed frequently in floral art competitions. This started as a passion for him as a teenager, and as we see, it's evolved into this just acclaimed career.
Oh. Okay, we should have a video up on the screen. Aha, well, it doesn't happen until I say it will happen, so that's lovely.
You're a magician.
I'm a magician.
Snap
So
your
we will
fingers.
see a little interview done earlier here this week with Bart up on the screens. Bart, keep on working. Don't look at the screens.
How would you explain the designs you're going to show here during the competition?
It's probably a collection of materials that produce a East meets West kind of feeling. I'm from Australia, but I've spent a lot of time in Japan, and so I have a minimal feeling to a lot of my work, and I use some materials that are found in Japan, like bamboo and things like that. But I do like the more interesting tropical flowers that you would not necessarily find in Japan. So it's a contrast.
That was a clip of Bart
Yeah,
performing
Bart,
the first
word.
cast.
Don't look at the screen. Huh? Oh, my God, huh? Oh, and we see here, because now we have to go back to basics. We're here to look at the designs that Bart is making. And his tree, one of the props they have used, we have the roots down on the floor, and then he has added onto the metal structures branches, and within there we have a plate. Is it a round plate with a hole in the middle, Bart?
It's just the plate, but it's the top section.
Aha, he has taken, good. So he will use that plate for water source for his flowers. And
just so you know, the water
Wow.
source obviously will sustain these beautiful arrangements, displays, and structures through the duration of the flower show. So they'll be up for another week from today. So this is all part of the construction.
yeah, and if we see here presented on the little barrier here, we already see the color spectra, all those red, purple, reds, red pinks. Is it the more darker, more dramatic colors? And then we see we have also in the branches, and then will be some foliage. Oh, see, even those beautiful tulips are to the pink, but significant of Bart is we see we have the grass lines, but look here, Alicia.
The leaves.
Of course.
Leaves.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we cannot have a Bart design with these characteristics of some materials that really just take the breath out of you. They're so different. And also, he's a master of balancing shapes. You see, from these bigger, really big shapes to the smallest ones. And he always managed to create beautiful harmony, even with those big spans of contrasts.
Beautiful. We're seeing, again, all of these dark colors, and it's interesting to think about the quote that they were given to be inspired by when putting this together. Strength and growth only come through continuous effort and struggle. So there's something deep and complex about the idea that they're working with here.
Yeah, and I know that will match all the designers, but I know Bart, he has wanting this competition many, many times. So through struggle, as that quote says, for me that matches Bart very well. Because all of his floral friends, they have already competed in the World Cup, and now finally Bart is here. So good luck, Bart.
Good luck and congratulations again to all of our semi-finalists.
And we are going to go towards Czech Republic. We're going to see what Primož is doing.
And just note that we do see some of the other competitors who did not make it to the semifinals in their pod, meeting and greeting people. So as you're walking around, watching this fifth round of the competition, say hello to all of the other competitors who were at the start of this. They're here too, which is so nice to see everyone.
See here. See here we have a dual personality. Primož is preparing two trees. So that will, I mean, now I get curious about his personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, congratulations to Primož from Czech Republic. A round of applause for making it to the semifinal round. It's just so wonderful to see all of the love in the room. He, again, is from the Czech Republic, and the list of awards also very long, very impressive.
Yes, and that list includes first place International Florist Championships in Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, and he's gotten first place Designer of the Year for Fusion Flowers competition in Scotland. He's won a gold leaf in the International Floral Arts publication. So it's a long, long list. And what I really enjoy with Primož is that when he describes his designs, he says organic, natural, personal, and he want to use all his senses when working. For him, it's very important to touch and to feel and to smell the materials as well. So he sort of becomes one with the materials.
Yes, and it's beautiful to watch this. Almost, it's an art, and I think everyone in the crowd can agree, but it's also so scientific. It's the specific placement. I mean, it's almost like an inside look. This is a behind the scenes into this sort of artistry.
And now to see this, because I mean, as I said earlier, they all show their personality in their designs, but this time the surprise is to show their personality as preferred, mostly then of course as the designer, but we're going to know more about who these designers are from looking at the designs they're now making within this fifth task.
Absolutely. His motto is to never conceal your feelings and not be ashamed of them, because you have a unique opportunity to show precious pieces of your soul to the world. And that's exactly what he's doing, and I think that's what we're getting from all of these competitors.
Yeah, and now to go into it, then have a little look at the design, because they have been provided several props, and they can choose then how they want to use them. And here we have then two trees, and so far they look like reflections of each other.
They do.
So he's starting to using a lot of the branch materials and creating more of what I would say the root feeling at the bottom, then straight lines up. But then we have all these red circles, and I'm curious about what he want to tell us with those, but I'm sure we're going to see the longer he comes in his design, we're going to have an explanation on that one.
Indeed. I'm learning so much myself just being here, so I know this is a gloriosa flower here. I'm taking notes. I'm now a student.
You're such a good student. You learn so much every day. Should we take a couple of more flowers here then?
Okay.
Just so the actual audience will know what flowers they have become. So we have Gloriosa.
Calla lily.
Calla lily.
Poppy.
A ranunculus.
Ranunculus.
Yeah. And then my favorite.
This is your favorite?
Yeah, that's my absolute favorite flower. Carnation.
You're kidding. I was going to say, is that a carnation? That's your favorite? Is that your favorite?
I love carnations.
You do?
Yeah, it's the best flower of them all.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you more about that later.
Agree to disagree. I'm kidding.
I will convince you. I'll use this day to convince you about that.
Listen, I'll take it. I'm here to learn.
Then you have
roses.
Lilies. Roses. Yeah. And we have Lysianthus. And if you go further here, you also see you have a deep red Alstroemeria.
Pretty.
We have tulips.
Yeah, so those tulips are reminding us that spring is actually going to show up at some point.
Yeah, and we have hyacinths here.
Yes.
For the perfume, and more lovely carnations. We have some orchids.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, there are some. I love orchids. Are my favorite.
Well,
I don't know if that's so basic,
they will
but
be
those are my
beaten
favorite.
by a carnation any day. Oh. Then we have different branches, foliages, and all this, as we said before, they've all gotten the exact same varieties, colors, and amounts.
And the materials, the leaves, the branches. What they each do with it will just be up to their really creative imagination.
Yeah, and then also, of course, they've got a lot of foam products from Smithers Oasis, and you see they also received some ball-shaped one here down on the floor. And Primish has soaked them, so we will see if they're going to end up in the design or not.
Okay.
Yeah. And we see
Primish says he regards Mother Nature as an endless source of inspiration. So many of these designers clearly are tremendous purveyors and fans of the outdoors. And he says both in life and work, he enjoys the finesse of balancing on the edge.
Yeah, that's what these designers are good at. Because it's this thing. When doing a competition piece like this, it's to balance on that edge of, is it enough? Or am I going over and putting in too much? It's easy to fall over there and actually add too much and then disrupt the beauty that you have created. So knowing when to stop, that is the key.
When enough is enough, is more more, exactly. Is less more, right?
Yeah.
We have a little video clip to show Primish. We had a chance to chat with him. Take a look at this.
So can you, in a few words, explain the designs you're going to make during the competition?
I think because I like the natural style, organic style, so I used to, in my work, just organic lines, and I think that's very important for me. That's the base of my work.
Just a little glimpse. These interviews were done ahead of the first task, which was the architectural design, the voluminous one. So for people in the crowd looking, we're talking, in this case, the large golden structure here in the back. That was their first one. And then the second task was the hand-tied bouquet, which is the smaller piece that could be held in one hand. And then this table for two, which each interpretation was just so stunning.
Yeah, and I did those interviews not during competition time, of course. We did that on the last preparation day, in the last exciting hours of preparation. And all competitors, of course, stressed and nervous, but they all gave me a few short minutes so we can just have a few keywords from them. And we are heading over to... We're going to see what Tamás is doing. Tamás Messerfi from Hungary. He won the last Europa Cup in 2016 in Genoa, so he's the reigning European champion. He's won the Hungarian Cup several times. He's won the Euroflorists, that is the European competition for young designers, in 2006. So the list here of competitions is long, and he's been victorious in so many of them. And see, Alicia.
This is really coming along with each lap that we make. It's so fascinating to see each interpretation. By the way, a big round of applause for Tamás Messerfi from Hungary for making it into the semifinals, into the top 10 of this competition.
So let's hear from some Hungarians here what they think, and just to see if they know anything how Tamás is feeling. So tell us, I mean, you worked with Tamás a bit?
Yes.
Yeah. So how was his feeling this morning?
I think I'm more nervous than he is. So he's just, look at him. He's just calm and concentrated. So I'm just really proud of him.
I mean, isn't that incredible, people? That the people standing outside are more nervous than the designers. Designers, once they go into their sphere of creating, it sort of relaxes them, huh? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And last night then, were you sitting by him when we had the announcement of the semi-finalists?
I was.
And what was that moment like?
Of course, he was nervous and he was just exciting, but I was 100% sure that he's the final 10.
So when I said the next semi-finalist was a champion of the Europa Cup, what was his reaction?
Everybody was super happy and super excited and just, yeah.
Yeah, it's an incredible achievement. Having won the last Europa Cup, which is almost as big as the World Cup,
amazing,
and now being in the semi-finals of the World Cup as well, he has the chance of actually winning the two biggest titles in the world of floral design. And without having total facts, I think he will, if he achieves that, be the first one.
Do hope.
He can make history.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's incredible feat.
Okay, competitors, there is now 1 hour remaining on the competition time. There is 1 more hour of your competition time.
What I think is so wonderful is to see all of these international visitors.
1.5 hours. 1.5 hours.
Oh, sorry. Everyone listen up now. Things can go wrong. Competitors, you have 1.5 hours remaining on your competition time. A little wrong look at the clock. 1.5 hours remaining on your competition time. I say it a third time. 1 hour and 30 minutes remaining. So don't stress. Alicia.
That went fast.
Yeah, me too, but I just say what you said in my ear.
So another 90 minutes. 90
yeah, well,
minutes.
back to Tamás now.
A little bit about him. He first learns about floristry in horticultural school at the age of 14. And at that young age, this high school age, decided instead he wanted to become a florist. As Tamás gained experience, he began to participate in competitions, focusing really on this task. He opened his own shop, but then he closed it so that he could pursue these international opportunities, which is really something that we see through all of these competitors. They are teachers, but they're also students.
Yeah,
The more they continue to learn, the more they grow, and you take what you know and you bring it all across the world. And we're surrounded right now, those of us who are new to this, with such incredible talent and expertise. This is a room full of, I mean, we say talent, but just trendsetters.
Yeah, okay.
Visionaries.
Yeah, but they are magicians, as I say.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they are.
Are they not magicians?
Huh?
Can you clap for that? This is magic we're watching. That's the right word. I like that.
Yeah. So we're going to move.
We had a chance to talk to Tomas ahead of this competition as they were prepping, so we're going to take a little look at that video right now.
It's cracking all the time. So how would you explain your designs that you're going to show in this competition? With a few words.
With a lot of energy in the life and flowers coming from the
ground, growing,
growing and flowering, and they go back to the
whole life cycle.
Life cycle.
Okay, yes. That's interesting.
Did you see in that video, that was at the very start where that was the pre-competition, and now look at each pod, what has evolved, what they've created. Everything you see in each one of these pods was created in live action with an audience just like yourself here. How they get in the zone, it is so peaceful to watch.
Yeah,
it's so zen.
But, you know, Alicia, I'm standing here trying to find out what is happening between the ears of Tomas, because I see this design. Let's have a look at it a little bit more, what's actually in it.
There's your carnations right in the center there.
But look, he has these cotton wool branches. You see all those white ones? But he has that movement up, but then he has the circle made from the branches. And inside those different sphere shapes in different colors.
Yeah.
And onto that, so yeah, I'm very excited and curious how this will explain him. But I think when we come back next time,
I can't wait.
We will know more.
Part of the description they worked off of, this description had to do with continuous effort and struggle, and that's where strength and growth come from. So we're getting kind of this theme of, growth and strength.
Yeah, and you might have a clue there, because you have all the rough parts and the soft parts, and creativity, that is a struggle. Sometimes you really have to struggle, and sometimes it's you just in that flow. So maybe that soft, hard, and the circular explains him as a designer in that way.
These are trees that essentially they're creating a symbol of strength and growth. Their roots grow deep into the earth to provide a strong foundation. This is just... This is just so amazing when we come back. I don't want to walk away from any of it.
No, but I'm curious about the others as well. So we are going to go to Stefan Triebe from Germany, also one of our proud semi-finalists, and see how he is showing his persona in flowers.
Let's give Stefan Triebe from Germany a round of applause for making...
Yeah, give a warm hand for Stefan!
Semi-finalists, top 10, whittled down from 23 of the best in the world.
Aha.
Oh, this is lovely.
If a look here, we have another interesting personality. So you see, all these, here's those cotton wool branches again, sort of circling around, but you see something is happening in the center, huh? We have the
burst.
Yeah, it's a burst of color, lines, characters, a burst of creativity, I would say. So in my fast translation, I see, the struggle, and then when you succeed, it just flows out of you, and then you're in that flow to create.
That's such a beautiful emotion.
Was that okay, Stefan? A good description? I'm getting somewhere, aren't I?
You're getting somewhere.
Oh, good.
It kind of gives you a look like, it's close, it's close.
Yeah, so let's see, do we have Stefan's family here? Oh, here, okay. So we, of course, we have the proud parents here, huh? No, come here, mommy. Huh? How are you feeling today?
Super, happy.
Ja. Wie ist die Gefühle heute dann, huh?
Sehr überzeugend und einfach happy.
Und erzählt ein bisschen von gestern Abend dann. Wo waren die Gefühle? wenn Stefan wartet für den Resultat?
Er kam ziemlich spät dran und da waren wir gemischte Gefühle, ob es schafft.
Er war einer von die letzte in meine, der letzte von meiner Liste, ha?
Naja, das war schon bewegend.
So
you're gonna
what
have
that,
to
of
come over
course.
this way.
Yeah, okay. I'm
You're
going to be.
have to tell us what you guys are talking about over
No,
here, right?
that's
Some
our
of us didn't
secret.
understand.
No, I was asking his parents how the feeling was, and of course Stefan is very happy. And then I said, how was the feeling last night then? Because Stefan was the last one on my list. So you imagine sitting there waiting, and then there's only one last spot on stage. And that was Stefan. So it was just pure joy.
Of course, it was in random order.
Yes, of course, it was random order, so it has nothing to do with the result.
It just so happened that his was the last name announced, so I can imagine the nerves. You know, as a mom, I think about what it would feel like to watch my child in this creative process. How does it feel?
So, Mami, wie war dein Gefühl? Wie Mutter, du immer habt ein spezielles Gefühl. So, wie war die Gefühle gestern Abend?
Also, es war absoluter Wahnsinn. Ich musste ihn erstmal drücken.
It was just crazy, awesome. So, ja.
Also, es kamen einfach nur die Tränen.
Ja, ich glaube, das war der größte Moment in dem Leben von Stefan, gestern Abend. Ja, ja.
Alles, was jetzt kommt, ist einfach
super.
Geschenk, oder?
Yeah, that for sure was the biggest moment in the life of Stefan last evening. Yeah.
Wow.
Vielen Dank. Dankeschön. Thank you so much.
So wonderful. Just a little bit about Germany's history in the competition. Germany won the World Cup back in 1985 in Detroit. That was the last time this world-class competition was held in the United States. Yeah. So that's an interesting little tidbit.
And Germany is and have been for a long time one of the pioneering dominant countries within our profession. You have a lot of masters from Germany. And Klaus Wagner was the one who won in '85. So he's one of the big one on the sky. But we talked about the man Gregor Lersch before. Gregor Lersch, where Stefan also has been the student. And everyone in floral design knows who Gregor is. He's been on our sky. He's had a huge influence on our industry for a long time. And many of the designers here have attended lessons and demonstrations by him.
So he had this incredible teacher, and now he is teaching the next generation as well, as what you all do. You take what you learn, you continue to grow. You're always a student, you're always a teacher. In his spare time, Stefan enjoys visiting flea markets to search for new materials and additional inspiration. I do that myself sometimes. I'm not an artist, but I just think that it's so interesting to see something and give it a new vision.
You say you're not an artist. Aren't we all an
we
artist
all are
somewhere inside? I think we are.
Yes, yeah. I think so too. I
it's
like
just
that.
like some of us totally go into it and make it our life.
True. No, you know what? You're right. We are all artists. Yeah. Some of us are now competing on this global stage in the room. This is next level artistry of floral design. Exactly. We had a chance to talk to Stefan. You talked to him ahead of the first round of the competition. We're going to take a little look at that video.
Yeah. Look up at the screens, people. So how would you explain the different styles that you are presenting here in the competition? Because they really look different, huh?
Yes, I saw some materials and I think, okay, this is a nice material for working, and that's why that's my impressions for this.
So you always start with the material and then you add on the other things.
At first I read the words and then I saw a material and then I look for another form and some special other things.
Yeah, and that really organic one there. What material is it?
Under this there is Oasis, and I curve it and make some lines, and I do it by my own. Yeah. And then I covered it with I don't know the word for when you have a broken arm, you make
gyps.
Gyps.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, Stefan was explaining there that he gets a lot of his inspiration out of the material. He usually starts from a material and then builds from there. And I know all these designers, they have different approaches on their creative process, I would say.
So Pat here, which is one of our spectators in the crowd, was taking a look at what he's working on, and you were admiring the juxtaposition of some of these flowers.
The cotton with the ranunculus is just beautiful and startling.
Do you find yourself getting inspiration just for your own home, for your own life?
Yep, I do. I do flower arranging kind of casually, and this is really fun to watch.
Yes, and you know, we talked about that. Pear had such a beautiful philosophy about it. You know, some people think of flowers and in the home as a luxury, something that a splurge. I taught him a word yesterday, a splurge, something that, you know, maybe isn't necessarily in the budget, but do we make room for it as a splurge?
It is a life necessity.
To wake up, to have a fresh bloom in the home.
Yeah, and talking about fresh blooms, shall we go and have a look at our fresh girl around the corner?
Yes.
See what Pirjo Koppi from Finland. Give her a warm hand.
Congratulations, yeah. Pirjo making it into the top 10 semi-finalist round.
Yeah, Pirjo.
Round of applause.
Yeah, Pirjo, as we've said before, in the two recent competitions, she competed in the Europa Cup in 2016, ended up on third runner-up. She competed in the last World Cup 2015 in Berlin, also coming to a third runner-up place, and here she is again in a World Cup in the semi-finals. I mean, it's an incredible achievement.
You can tell just from looking at her designs, she is playful. This is about the romance, kind of the fun, flirty, girly side, the fashionable side of flowers in shades of pink and purple, and your heart just kind of pops when you look at it.
The thing is, Pirjo has brought girliness into the fine rooms. She's made this girliness something aesthetically unique.
And beautiful to watch as you see. So this design she's working on here, this fifth round, is in the back there, and you can see her tree starting to pop with some of those beautiful shades.
Oh yeah, she has, Alicia, she's created sort of like a cocoon.
Yeah, like a nest almost.
Yeah, like a nest with all those branches, and then, I mean, you see that Pirjo's playful, energetic creativity is just bursting out of that sort of a nest she has created.
Pirjo is a passionate spokesperson for floristry. Her first floral demonstration was held more than 25 years ago. I keep saying, is this the fountain of youth? These designers have been working for 25, 30 years. They're so young. They have so much energy and life. Everybody just looks so wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible, but I think when you work with something that's your life passion, it keeps you not only young at heart, but I actually believe it keeps you young in a total as well.
It's just when you do what you love. It's as they say, it feels like you don't work a day in your life.
Yeah.
Pirjo promotes the joys of floristry by actively organizing events with other people. She became a Floral Fundamentals ambassador. She is also an author of a book. I'm sure you can tell by looking at her how important just the idea of floral fashion is. Her book is called Beautification with Floral Jewelry.
Yeah, and she is a passionate spokeswoman for the craft and the profession. And within her country, she's worked and promoted floral design and flower use for the last 30 years. She's been rewarded the Finnish gold medal. Yeah. And we have competitors, 1 hour and 15 minutes remaining. 1 hour and 15 minutes remaining on the competition time. And what else? I mean, Pirjo, she's been passionate for the full time. She's worked as a teacher since the early 90s. She is now living her dream, traveling the world, showing her design concepts.
And please, as you walk around the convention floor, welcome not just the designers, but their teams and their supporters and their friends and family. Philadelphia right now is hosting ambassadors from 23 countries around the world, and 22 other than our own. And it's just such a treasure to have this group of creative minds and friends, family, supporters right here in Philly. Enjoy our city and the snow, sorry.
Yeah. I actually don't mind the snow because I know what comes after snow. Spring. So that's true. So do we have anyone cheering up on Pirjo here?
Pirjo's friends and family?
I had a few there, but they really didn't want to talk, so... But Pirjo knows they are here.
Yes.
They're here with heart and mind, and we know. And we, of course, we in the audience, we support all 10 of these amazing designers.
Absolutely. You said something about her earlier. She was always famous for pink. This was her color.
Yeah.
At this competition, she segued into
a mature pink, as she described it herself.
A
which
mature
is purple.
pink.
Yes, exactly.
You had a chance to talk to her ahead of these rounds of competition. So take a look at the screen and this video about Pirjo.
And I mean, you're known for being the pink lady of floral design. But this year, what is for this competition? Different pink this time?
Purple.
Purple. Yeah, you described it as a mature pink. I thought that was very nicely expressed.
Maybe pink also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We asked the other competitors, if you would describe your designs with a few words, what words would you use?
That things are not serious. How can I say? Playful.
Playful? Because you are a very playful character also. So it's a playfulness,
yes.
both with the materials and colors? Or? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Pink, playful, something. But of course, floristry is so wide area. And of course, I can use different materials, and also sometimes I challenge myself. Maybe something yellow sometimes.
Oh!
But not this time.
Joyful, joyous, playful.
Yeah, she says it's not too serious.
Not too serious.
And that
isn't that refreshing?
Yeah.
Life has so many serious turns.
Yeah. And now we're going to go to Yao Wei from China. Give Yao a warm hand here.
Congratulations. Top 10 finalist, semi-finalist.
Yes, because later tonight we will have the finals when we are narrowing down to only 5 of these 10 semi-finalists.
So this is very interesting what we're seeing here, because when we think about the quote that they were presented with, what does this task have to represent in their own views? Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. So we see these strong shapes up at the top.
Yeah, and they are almost like lanterns or fire in a way. I think that could be that, because what they're supposed to do here, the tree itself is a symbol of strength and growth, and the roots, they go deep into the ground to provide the foundation for the tree. And the designer is supposed to make a floral design, a tree that will show how they are as floral designers. And that's what we see in all these 10 pods at the moment.
Yao Wei is from Shanghai in China. Again, 2018 first place Interflora World Cup China competition. Same year, last year, Uniflorist Cup champion. These are some very well acclaimed and celebrated designers in this room.
Indeed it is. And Yao, when I spoke to him the other day, he's very focused on color. And when we see, because when he spoke about color, he spoke about red and yellow. And you see what is coming up here also. We have a lot of those colors. And he was fortunate to get his traditional colors in here, but matching that with other colors as well, because the creativity, the persona has so many different sides.
Do you see at the bottom, at the base, it looks like a nest. So we see almost, a rebirth, that idea. Do you like that? How am I doing?
Yeah, well, you're doing good. And I was just standing thinking about that, how the base and the top connects.
Yes.
Because in my mind, those flames of fire that I see in the top, because it just have to be that, but we'll check that later. So you can see the energy coming through. And then that base, well, that should for me in some way signify, the calm basis of it all, where you come back and relax and then you go up in overdrive again. But I don't know if I'm right there, but it could be.
And that's what's so beautiful about this. It's interpretation. And and just to watch the process. So to see it up close, as you see, he steps back to see the total picture here. Flowers have been a lifelong passion for Yao Wei ever since he was a child. He loved flowers. So it's no wonder he incorporated that interest into his profession as a floral designer. He says he feels fortunate to do what he loves as a career, and having this incredible opportunity to pursue his passion and becoming an expert floral designer, he has a chance to study, which means he demands more from himself always.
Yeah, and look, I'm curious about the banner here, because we have some of his friends cheering him up. What does that banner say?
The banner is means Yao's originally from this company. The Holland Garden is part of the member of Interflora China. So they come from the same company to supporting him in here.
Oh, it's lovely. So you've come all the way now to support Yao, huh? Yes. Yeah. And so how is what's your impression of the whole competition?
It's good. Obviously, it's on top of the world. So, well, it's good opportunity for us to see what's the international level. And we were really exciting last night that we get into the top 10. And it's the first time in our history that Chinese competitors get into the top 10.
Is that right? So this is the first time that China has made it into the top 10 in this competition?
Yeah.
That is an incredible feat. Yeah. We can clap for that.
Yeah, we should. Yao is a groundbreaker in China, huh?
Wow.
First one, top 10.
And that's what I think is so special here. This is happening right here at the Philadelphia Flower Show, right here in our great city. But the world's eyes are watching this.
Everyone is watching this that have a passion for flowers.
And there's so much pride.
Yeah, and I want to ask then, because I'm looking at when he's explaining his personality in this design, you know him a little bit better than me. Do you have a clue of what he's trying to explain with his design?
Sorry, I'm not a florist, but what I can see is that he's very calm person, especially after yesterday, that he get into the semi-final. So now he's relieved and trying to show what his real personality is.
But that's funny. You don't have to be a florist to understand this. Flowers is a universal language that we all can understand, because we can all make our own translation from it. And then if we know the designer a little bit, then we can know even more. So I think that's very good. Thank you so much. Keep on cheering on to Yao, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we cross our fingers.
And again, just a warm welcome to all of our visitors here in Philadelphia. We really hope that you've maybe can budget a little bit of time toward the end after tonight's big culmination, the crowning of the winner, to get a chance to enjoy our city while you're here.
So we are crossing the floor, I think. So we are... no, we're not. We're going to Kazuhiro from Japan. Oh, Alicia, come and have a look. Yeah, I'm so fascinated, huh?
It's so special to see something different around every bend.
Yeah.
Kazuhiro Sugimoto from Japan, hometown of Okayama. A big round of applause for Kazuhiro for making it into this semi-final round, the top 10.
And we see, as we've now gone through several of the pods, there's not a single one like the other. And here, it's also divided in two. You see, you have what would be probably the part going down towards the ground, grounding him as a designer, and then the one part growing up and opening up in a lot of movement there again. And we know from Kazuhiro, he has won first prize in so many competitions in Japan, both bridal bouquet competition, international competitions, and he's won the first place in the Flower Dream Yao Cup several times. So we have a well-awarded designer here again. And what I'm now thinking about, because he described his style as simplicity, clean, minimalistic. But at his heart, I don't think he is, because that is very rich, very romantic. It has a lot of color and flowers in it.
And also, if you think about the task that they had here, about the ideas of strength and growth coming from continuous effort and struggle, just kind of like the cycle of life. And so I think you can see, you know, where it gets lighter and then where you can see a little bit of the more complexity.
Yeah, and as we have said the other days, the story about Kazuhiro, how he started with this, because he was supposed to take over the flower shop from his parents, and he was focusing on then, okay, doing the business part of it, not actually floral design. But then he met his sensei, his master, Miyoko Yoshino, and that totally changed his mind.
Isn't that amazing? So it's just like that aha moment that you have.
She opened his eyes to the universe of floral design.
That's so beautiful.
And so,
it's interesting because, as many of the people in the crowd can imagine, so many of these floral designers were born into a floral family. So his family is a family of florists, so maybe a little bit like it's in the DNA.
well, I mean, if you're born into a family that works with this, how can you not love it?
Yes.
It's like it's naturally what you're going to do when you grow up.
That's organic.
Yeah. That's definitely organic.
Do we have any friends or family here from Japan visiting?
And we had them before. We had them the other day.
Before, yes.
Yeah. Well, we're going to catch them the second time around here then, because they all had Japanese flags on them, and at the moment I can't find them.
How is it to watch this as a spectator?
It's so amazing. It's the first time for me to see his working. That it's so amazing. It's much better than I expected.
Isn't it wonderful just to see something from scratch evolve into this, just a creation? It's a work of art that is happening before our eyes. Mm-hmm. It's a work of art. We're watching it just from the beginning and as it unfolds.
Yeah. It's really literally art, and I'm so lucky to see him.
Yeah, it's such a nice experience to be here.
Yeah, and what I like when we look around, I mean, we have people cheering in it. Now we have the mother of Stefan is here. Everyone is walking around enjoying all these designers and how they are now presenting their persona as a floral designer.
Yeah, it is. It's a world-class competition, and it's really just such an honor to have it here in our city to host this.
Yeah. And it's incredible, as I said, you don't need to be a florist to understand this. You just need to be in contact with your mind and heart, because this is emotions.
There's a woman here in the crowd. She's shaking her head, so I'm going to come talk to you. Tell me what it's like. Have you been to the flower show before? And isn't it just such a treasure to have this here as a part of it?
Yes, this is my first time at the flower show, and it's just exciting just seeing all the international representation here, and just the excitement and the enthusiasm. I'm really enjoying it a lot.
What is your name?
My name is Robin.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from Plymouth Meeting.
Okay, so taking the day to come here and to watch this, do you find yourself getting a little educated, inspired?
Yeah. I'm not really into flowers that much, but now I will be. I might try to come up with my own floral arrangements.
I love hearing that. That's what we want to achieve, to spread this passion for flowers.
Yeah, it was beautiful, just beautiful.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear.
Glad I could come.
Pear said, really, in the end, we are all artists.
Yeah.
Maybe not on this level that we're seeing competitively, but just to take it home and to have fresh flowers in the house, bring a little joy inside.
That would be great, yeah. Mm-hmm. Good.
Oh, thank you for chatting with us.
Okay, competitors, you have 1 hour remaining on the competition time. There is 1 hour remaining on the competition time. And here we have the Japanese cheering their competitor, huh? Yeah, you're from Japan. Came here just to see Kazuhiro. It's your friend.
He's your friend? Welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have everybody here. How exciting to see Japan make it to the top 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
So excited. We are very happy. 杉本さん頑張ってください。応援してます。
Yay!
And what does that mean in English?
Oh, go Japan.
Okay, go,
Yeah,
Japan. That's good.
Oh,
and I love your hat. Oh, can I have one of those?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to walk over to Natalia Sisko from Russia.
Isn't it so wonderful to see how much support, how much excitement? I mean, they're watching this top 10 announcement last night from all over the globe, and each country just bursting with pride.
Yeah. And I mean, that's because they're so proud of their friends and they're proud of their colleagues. And I mean, it's all emotions. What can I say? And what we have also, now we're at Natalia and seeing her tree, her persona as a floral designer. And I always get into this mood of trying to read in all I know about the designer. And with Natalia, we have a lot of experience here as well. She is also a Europa Cup winner. She won the Europe Cup in 2011. She's won the Russia Cup several times. She also received gold and silver medals at the World Flower Garden Show in Japan. And Trend Award when she does the flower moments in Korea. She's an international sought-after designer. She travels the world. And not only that, she runs a business in Russia that has a lot of events and wedding and special events decorations together with a colleague, and they work internationally.
And we just want to give a big, warm round of applause. Natalia Zhishko from Russia, one of our top 10 semi-finalists.
A warm hand for Natalia.
Woohoo! Go Russia! Is it so exciting to watch this?
Oh yeah, big achievement.
A big achievement, absolutely. Making it into the top 10 and then later this evening down to 5 and then the winner.
Yeah, it's the biggest achievement a floral designer can do. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you're crossing all your fingers.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Have you followed Natalia before?
No.
So she's a new discovery for you?
New discovery.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the amazing thing for everyone here. You see these designers, now start following them. Instagram is the best to open up their universe of flower design. So each day you're going to have a treat when you open your Instagram.
When my Instagram now that I have followed these 23 designers is in full bloom.
That's the way to be.
It is exploding with color and inspiration and artistry. And, I, like many of the people in this room, didn't know the magnitude of this competition and and just the sheer amount of talent. These are names known around the world, and after this, they most certainly will be. You know what it means to win this.
The thing is what I love with having a competition here at the Flower Show is that these names are all known through the floral world, our little world in the big one, but now they're going to be known within the bigger world as well.
It's so amazing.
Spreading this passion of floral design.
And it's happening right here in Philadelphia right now. Natalia's motto in life is there's always something to learn and ways to continue developing. She became the European champion and brought Russia to the Flower Olympus, where she became a trendsetter of floral design. I think if you take a look at everything she's created here, again, this is the 5th piece, the 5th creation for each of these designers. She says she aims to demonstrate the uniqueness and natural beauty of flowers. And you had a chance to talk to her ahead of the competition.
Yes. So let's see what she said. She will be up on the screen as well. Yeah, let's see what Natalia said.
And your designs then this time, how would you describe them if you use a few words?
Shining.
Shining, okay. Yeah.
Shining, graphic, and intelligent.
Oh, intelligent. Oh, that was an interesting one, huh?
Shiny, graphic, and intelligent.
Yeah, and the last part, intelligent, I find intriguing. And that's what we're going to see now, because this is the persona of Natalia in flowers.
It's so incredible.
Yeah.
She, again, you mentioned she's known for decorating wedding events and all other kinds of, big, important events, and has also become a name in floral dresses.
Yeah. She is.
Dresses made of flowers.
Yeah, and I have seen some friends here, some floral designers from Denmark.
You see your friends?
Yeah, we're going to see
hello.
what they say. We must walk a bit up here, and we have Annette and Berit here. Yeah, also famous designers traveling the world. So you're standing here looking at Natalia. What's your feeling?
Oh, it's good. Hands up, Natalia. It looks really good.
And both of you, just as me, you know all of these designers. So, I mean, you cannot pick a favorite, huh? Or?
I will not tell you.
It's a secret.
You have a favorite? Okay, what about you, Annette?
I don't tell it either.
I want to know. But we keep that for later, huh? But tell everyone here, because you're professionals, what do you think about the level of this competition?
I think it's quite high. Everybody is very good and doing their best, really.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
I think it is not possible to see at this moment who will be the winner.
No.
It's a very even game so far, huh? Yeah. And what made you travel all from Denmark then to join this competition, to see it?
Curiosity and to support Christine from Denmark, of course.
Of course you would support your Danish competitor, huh? But isn't it also to get a lot of inspiration and new ideas?
Yeah, and to meet all the colleagues, friends all over the world.
Our floral family, huh? Yeah. It's lovely to see you here as well.
It's a reunion. Don't you think? Like, you're seeing all your friends here. You're recognizing the faces. You describe this as a floral family, and I can see that. I'm a newcomer to this, but I can see how special this gathering, this group is for all of you.
Yeah. No, but it's definitely a gathering. I speak to a lot of people. Yeah, but I just have to come there because I just want to meet everyone again and then get a reboost of inspiration.
And you know what's really special? Many of these designers, like yourself, are authors. So some of them are here doing book signings. I had a chance to look at your latest book that you're going to be handing out to some of your own friends here. So what a special moment for all of you.
No, but I think what we love is spreading our vision and our ideas about the craft and just to inspire others. We are a very generous community when it comes to inspiration.
I see that.
We don't keep any secrets. We just want everyone to be better and improve and grow.
Per, can you tell us about your book?
My latest book?
Yes, since we're talking about it.
Yeah, well, I've had the honor of publishing a lot of books together with my colleagues, but now I have, and I'm very proud that I've finally published my own color theory, because we have different color theories, but I have over the years realized there was something missing. So I have created my own color theory for everyone within the floral industry.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. So I published my book in late autumn with the title, The World of Colors According to Per Benjamin.
Ah.
Yeah, a little humble title.
Well, I'm going to get myself a copy. I have become, over these past couple of days, I went from being an amateur, an outsider, to getting this front row seat to this beautiful community, making friends. And so, and I'm a fan now as well. So I'll find myself buying that book.
Yeah,
my own coffee table.
And then talking about several of these designers, they published books. And I have all of those books.
Ah, that's so great.
Because it's just so lovely to have a collection of your friends in the bookshelf as well. And I have meter after meter of floristry books. That's also how I get inspiration.
Sure.
I just love seeing what other designers do.
What are you seeing here from what Natalia is creating in this fifth task, this surprise package?
Well, what I see here, because if we go then more into the design itself, we have the very clean but little rough lines, probably then showing the struggle and the effort when creating. And then us, Natalia, it just bursts out in so many different textures, colors, lines, because this is one wild woman. She loves experimenting, and she's always, I would say, always happy and smiling. And I look at her, huh? She's a sweetheart. She's truly enjoys what she does, and that's what I think she really managed to capture in this design.
Beautiful.
But what I see is one thing. It's another thing what the judges will see and how they will judge is after our criteria.
There are 6 members of the jury, the 6 judges who will have the task of coming up with a winner, and also another 6 members of the technical committee. Is that correct?
Yeah. And those 12 persons are walking around on the floor now. The judges, they are after our criteria, which is the idea, color, composition, and then finally technique. They are doing that judging while the competitors are working. The technical committee, they are controlling so the competitors stay within the rules. So they don't do anything that's not allowed, and also so the competitors stay within the size limitations they are getting, and that they don't add any other materials than given in this surprise box.
Moving now on to Korea. This is Oh Myun. He is here from Seoul. Big round of applause for Oh, making it into
give a warm hand to Oh. And
semi-finalist round, down from 23 competitors now to just 10, and he is among them. The reigning champion, FTD World Cup, is from Korea.
It's Alex Choi from Korea. So I think Oh might have a little pressure on his shoulders defending that title for his country, huh?
It's so beautiful to watch the choreography of this and just the movement of these designers. He's in the zone right now.
Yeah, and remember what he said, that he wants to spread the word about culture and design, both within Korea and internationally. And he has a very distinct, typical style, and I think we'll see that in all 5 of the designs.
He established his own floral art school, the Oh Myun Floral Art School, back in 1994.
Yeah. And
here we are in 2019 at this competition at this level.
Yeah, and at the same time, he runs 15 flower shops.
15. And
15, yeah.
He is a certified Korean culture art master. There are masters among us.
Yeah, and
you had a chance to talk to him ahead of this competition.
Yeah, so let's look up at the screens and see what O said. Design ideas. If you should describe them with a few words, what words would you use? Because I see up there you have the wood, the sliced wood. Is that something very Korean?
Although it's nature start, I think. It's wood is so many idea things.
Yeah.
First is all things. First design, second design, third design.
Yeah.
All things is natural material choice.
Right.
Tell us about that chat. About that conversation that you had with them.
Yeah, but each of these, even though they were brief interviews, it's so nice to hear a little bit more about what's going on inside of each individual designer. And for him, I mean, he's so into all the perfectionist. You see the lines, the layerings, and how he actually, with success, they all do, but I'm fascinating how he gets the botanical material inside of these quite distinct and sharp wood plates and layering all of that.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone's interpretation of this tree, this growth process is so different.
Yeah.
We know we had Alex Choi, the current champion, here on the competition floor, having a chance to cheer on, of course, his home country, and to, again, like all of us, walk around and get inspiration. He's going to be doing some book signings here himself. Anyone else here joining us? Friends, family?
You remember the advice from Alex, what he said? What was most important when competing?
Have fun.
Exactly.
Have fun. Have fun.
And that's what they all do.
Enjoy this moment. Hi, what is your name?
My name is Andy, and he's my father, actually. So I'm his son.
Oh, lovely.
So wonderful. This is your dad.
Yes. I actually came all the way from Boston, and I actually studied in a foreign country for 7 years. And I just want.
You're a student. What are you doing there now? You live in Boston?
Yeah, I live in Boston. I'm actually senior in high school. I'm actually going Boston University next year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, right before that, because he's part of this World Cup, and I kind of want to support him.
This is so great. Come a little bit closer. You're Andy?
Yeah, Andy.
Oh, this is so. I mean, what is it like to watch him? I mean, you've been following his journey.
Okay, competitors, you have another 45 minutes remaining on your competition time. There is 45 minutes remaining to make magic.
How does it feel to watch him, and also the pride of him making the top 10, your dad?
I mean, obviously, I've seen him playing with those flowers since when I was like 3 years old, and I always thought that my father is like kind of like crazy sometimes.
Well, that's what they say about artists.
That is so true. Because he's so into those flowers, and he loves like making flowers designs and arrangements, all of that. And I really want to say that regardless of his results, like I'm here to like support him, and like I think his artwork is beautiful, and everyone else, like every competitors, has insane, those flower designs, and I just want to thank you for like just everyone's design, because it's so beautiful, and it was an honor to see those flowers, in such a great like World Cup.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm getting teary-eyed.
Yeah.
Did any of it pass down to you? Do you have any interest in this? Have you?
I mean, I participated on like a flower cup like competition when I was like elementary school, but after like starting to study here, I didn't like continue those process. But in the future, I'm pretty sure I will start those flower arrangements and get into those industries and follow my father's footsteps.
Yeah, I was about to say that, because you have the virus inside, so it's just going to bloom out one day.
Is mom here?
Yeah, his mom.
Come on over. What is mom's name?
Lim Kyung-cha.
Hi, welcome. And what a beautiful family you have.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, so O's
Keep
family.
on cheering.
Yes.
Yeah, help him all the way
wonderful.
up now, huh? Thank you.
Oh, wow. So
yeah, it is.
It's just it's so emotional.
Yeah. It's just lovely.
We know we have a big cheering committee. We've been hearing them all day as we turn the corner for our final of the 10 semifinalists here from Italy.
Yeah, and we know that, and Vincenzo, give Vincenzo a warm hand. I'll give him a warm hand. We also know he has his family supporting him.
Yes.
And that's lovely. And here we see another personality, huh? Look at that, Alicia.
Wow.
Huh? He has some shiny roots really holding him to the ground.
And you see the struggle there right at the bottom, and then...
Yeah, I think with this what I see, and I think about when it's a tree, as we said, the roots balance the crown of the tree. And you see, Vincenzo looks like he's thoroughly rooted into the ground, so he can really bloom out in his creativity. Because what he has done, if we look at the design work, he's taken several of the materials, bundled them with a silver wire to actually get that really root structure, and all in different colors and the lines, because we know how roots, they search their way in the ground to be able to balance all of that creativity with the flowers and the colors, because we need support from family, from friends, and within ourselves to be able to be so creative.
Those are our roots,
yes.
Our foundation.
Yeah, they are.
A little bit about Vincenzo Antonuccio. He's from Cortona, from Tuscany in Italy, won many awards.
Yeah, and we also know that he runs a school, Atelier 5 school, together with his father. So he's yet one of these passionate teachers, and he teaches at other schools in Italy. And talking about his father.
Is Carmelo here with us this afternoon?
There he is,
oh,
Carmelo.
Dad. So his father competed in the World Cup, Carmelo, back in 1989 in Tokyo. And today, as we see, it runs in the family. You are watching your son. Congratulations, top 10.
Also, my heart explosion.
His heart is pounding.
Very happy for us family, my wife.
And mom?
Yes.
Congratulations, Aguri.
Molto.
Very happy. Top 10 is good for me.
Oh. It's so beautiful,
Yeah.
the level of pride.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone at home is happy. They all know, the whole big family. Yeah.
Italy
lovely.
is proud.
Tomorrow go to Italy. We're happy. Grande gioia in Italy.
Grande gioia in Italia.
But Sicilian, but Sicilian.
Oh, she's Sicilian.
Yes.
And you live in Tuscany, in Cortona.
I live in Sicily.
Oh, you live in Sicily now.
Però Cortona,
The hometown. Oh, I understand. He lives in Sicily.
Cortona con the wife. The family is in Cortona, but the family, mother and father, in the Sicily. The school and then the Sicily.
The school is in Sicily. Okay. But his hometown where he was born is in Tuscany. Okay, but he's here representing Sicily.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. See, these are the notes that we get, and then to understand, because in Italy is a big, from region to region, is a big difference. It's a big
it's
difference.
not Italy, it's the part you're from.
That's right. That's right. Oh, so Sicilia.
Sicilia.
Cilia. So great. So we mentioned that they run a school. Yeah. They educate the next level of international designers. And they also design luxury kitchens and furniture. And I think we can see that kind of artistry reflected here.
Yeah, because Vincenzo, he works with the two things. He's a floral designer, but he is also an interior and specializes in then luxury interiors and kitchens. Do we have? No. Okay. Hang on here. We're going to hear what Daddy has to say.
I was asking where they're from. Where in Sicily are they from?
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, we are going to head up on stage because we have a little surprise. No? So
we have a surprise. This is a day about surprises, isn't it? This is the second surprise challenge, and then we're going to have a little surprise presentation. Are we up here?
Yeah, because as we mentioned before, we have two groups of important people on the floor. We have 6 judges walking around doing the very important work of putting down the scores for these designs. And we have the TC, the technical committee, 6 persons walking around keeping these designers in control. And saying that,
okay,
we want to have a person up. You take that, Alicia?
Yep.
We have a birthday child amongst the technical committee.
Oh,
we would love to have
girl.
Tracy. Tracy, we want you to come up on stage so we all can sing for you and celebrate you on your birthday.
And what else would we celebrate with besides flowers?
Of course, a lovely bouquet made by her colleagues in the technical committee. So can we see Tracy somewhere? Oh, there she's coming, my dear.
Here comes the birthday girl.
You'd love to come up on stage here with us, please. Yesterday we had Hans from Netherlands. He had his birthday, and today we have Tracy.
Shall we sing?
Yeah, we should.
Would the crowd like to join us?
Oh,
happy birthday.
From your colleagues in the TC.
Oh. Thank you. That's a real surprise, and it's gorgeous. I never get flowers.
Wait. You never get flowers? How could that be right?
No. I work with them, and I love them, and they're my passion, but I very rarely actually get any, so...
This is so sweet.
Yeah, this is such a lovely way to celebrate your birthday. Working amongst the flowers and have lovely colleagues giving you a bouquet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also to be here with all my friends from all over the world, which is the best birthday ever.
Well, this is going to be a great, what a party we're going to have tonight as we crown a new champion. I know you have a lot of work ahead of that as part of the technical committee. Let's sing, shall we? 3,
You start.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, they left us hanging up here.
I'm not a good singer, but it comes from the heart.
Oh, and what a wonderful day we have ahead of us. I mean, this is the 5th round of this competition. Later tonight, the 10 will become 5, and 5 will become 1.
Yes, I know. It's really, really exciting, and they've all worked so hard. And you can see that everyone's getting a little more tired, but there's still one task to go, and then that's it. We will find out who the World Cup winner will be. How exciting.
Oh, so exciting, and such an incredible opportunity for Philadelphia to be a part of this. As you make history, we'll never forget this moment here.
Of course we won't, huh? And has it been a good week?
Yes, I mean, we must say thank you to all the organisers as well, because, you know, as TC, we have to work with the organisers all the time, and they have been really, really wonderful and a real pleasure to work with, so thank you to them as well.
Oh, that's nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So I can only agree, everyone behind this competition done an amazing job, definitely. So from FTD, the whole team from them, and then of course we have our main sponsor,
yes.
Smithers Oasis.
Smithers Oasis, a big round of applause for them and everything that they have done to make this possible, because we know for any event that is planned, especially something on this scale, this is a world-class competition, so they are the premier sponsor. We also want to thank some platinum sponsors, AIFD, Florists Review, Fleur Creatif, and UPS. So UPS, as we were discussing, oh, Tracy, happy birthday. Thank you so much. She's saying, can I step down now? I just, go get we'll get her a nice vase. Oh, she's going to go get a drink. There you go. It's her birthday.
Oh, it's lovely. And see there, everyone, there is no better way to celebrate a person than with a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
That is the truth.
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't want to stay here up on stage.
No. Well,
I'm curious.
We have to make we're going to make a lap.
We
have to see how these 10 surprise packages are coming along. Again, just a reminder, this is task number 5. Please take a chance to admire all of the pods, all of the designers who were here with us. We started with 23. All 23 of them created 4 designs. The 10 remaining semifinalists are working now on this 5th one. It's a surprise package. The task is called Strength of Character. It's a designer's choice. Each designer received the same package of materials, and as we turn each corner, we get a chance to see what they are doing with it. This is Bart Hassam, our semi-finalist from Australia.
Oi, oi, oi. I mean, second lap around, that is...
Oh, isn't it just beautiful?
Yeah. And look here how he, from some sides, you know, he sort of covers his persona behind the leaves, and then he opens up in between. And now, I mean, I'm not going to say too much deep about Bart, but, I mean, shows character. And it takes a little thing to get into the core of him, but then there he's full of passion.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I am actually trying to pick up some technique as I walk around, because I'm just a basic person at home trying to arrange a vase. But I'm watching as Bart's working with, like, so a group of flowers, you know, getting everything to the right level, to the right size. I'm starting to think I need better tools at home. I mean, this is the tools of the trade here are so fascinating
Alicia,
to watch.
you cannot, and you're not allowed to use your bread knife or a normal scissor.
No, you couldn't do it with a normal scissor. I tried.
Cut, or a good secateur, as we call it, a sharp cutter.
I'm watching.
Because you're not allowed to crush these stems. You should cut them beautifully so they can drink water with ease.
Yes.
And if you look at the design then, I need to come up a little closely. You saw those tatami pieces he did. They're now inside of the structure as well. And all connection in between the branches. So his flowers are then woven in between that structure. So you have the elegance, you don't have any obvious connections. It just looks like it's all standing by itself.
Again, this task is about strength and growth, coming only through continuous effort and struggle. And so almost these trees symbolizing the process, the growth, and the rebirth.
Yeah, but I wonder, is he already finished? He's walking around cleaning.
He's...
So it was... Okay, competitors, you have another half hour remaining on the competition time. There is 30 minutes remaining on the competition time. And the interesting thing, what Bart said, he needed at least 10 minutes a little bit away from his design.
Step away.
And then come back and see what he would like to use. Because he has another 30 minutes, but now he needs time away. And then to see it almost like anew again.
A fresh set of eyes.
Exactly.
Right? To step
Yeah.
away from the project. You know, he's kind of cleaning up, he's tidying up, and then 10 minutes later, he'll look back and say, has to have a sip of water.
He is extremely tidy, organized, structured, and then we can see also in his designs. So he knows, as all of them, he knows what he's doing. But if we're going to see all of these 10, we're going to move on.
We got to get a move on. Here we go, making our laps.
So
From Australia now, we go to Czech Republic. Premish here from Czech Republic giving his interpretation on this surprise package, and you're starting to really see this take shape, and the nests. You see these nests?
Okay. I mean, this look here now, Alicia. This is interesting, so I can explain to you. You see at the bottom part, the root part, how we have used all the dry materials. The dry sort of fruits, different ones, and then some of the darker colors. So you have a distinct difference between what is in the ground and what actually grows up from it. And that's true because with Premish, he's so true to nature. He's part of nature and he's really into that. So with that, we can see very clearly in his design.
This is, it's so fascinating to watch these different interpretations. He describes his artwork as a unique expression of sheer purity, which he achieves with perfectly balanced compositions, a deep sense of detail, and a variety of colors and materials.
And that we see here again. And what I'm curious about, and I'm going to ask him later tonight at the banquet about his double persona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. A reflection.
Yeah. If it's a mirror reflection or it's double, because it's not really mirroring each other. It's a twin soul.
A twin? A twin?
Yeah.
Yes. Twins.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
We will find out. I'm that's so curious about it. But you see here also again how differently they use these materials.
Do we have any friends or family visiting from Czech Republic? Hi.
Oh, here we have.
Hello.
Lovely.
Hi, welcome. What is your name?
Ivana.
And friends, family?
Yes, no family. This is the friend from Czech Republic. I am from Brno. This is the same time.
And tell us, what is the experience like? How is it to be here today and to watch this and congratulate top 10 Czech Republic?
This is the amazing time for me because I fly from Czech Republic, and the Přemysl is the very nature, florist, and very cleanest design. For me, it's number one.
Yeah, okay. Are you also a florist? Yeah. Do you work together?
No, I work from Brno, from my company, from Carmen Flora, and Přemysl study together with my colleague in my company.
Okay. So you all know each other then, as we said, flower family. Yeah. But then you know him a little bit more. Is he staying true to his style, you think?
Yes, this is the very interesting for me.
Do you know anything about the twin personality?
I think maybe yes, and this is maybe the friends together.
Friends.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
I like that idea.
That's good. You help us a bit along the way. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the competition.
And again, if you are local and you're here visiting, do your best to extend a warm welcome to all of our visitors from 22 other countries across the world who are here for this event.
And we are going to go back to Tamas and see how his persona in flowers have evolved. Because as we've seen now, the second time we're around and we're seeing them, a lot has happened. It's really developed and taken off. And as I said earlier the other day, is that there's a lot of things happening those last minutes. And it has, oh yes, it has happened a lot here with Tamas as well.
Per, I'm right behind. I'm in heels today.
Yeah, I know, but I'm so eager to see, so I'm running ahead of you.
Here I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
look here now, Alicia.
Oh, wow. You know, it's so interesting when you look at the cottonwood. I think a lot of people in the crowd who are, you know, just novices, you know, we just like to experiment. I think we're going to get a lot of inspiration from this because it's such a pretty juxtaposition of light and fluffy and these dark colors.
And this with cotton and other dry materials, that is a trend we see in our industry now, that we're mixing dry materials with the fresh botanicals. So this is something coming, and it's really good for people at home. But now dive into this, Alicia.
He's been working with the roping. Do you see how?
Yeah. And he's added a lot of different textures and shapes in here. And I think it really shows the complexity of creativity. And it also shows the wide spectra of creativity that we have in these designers. And knowing Tamas, he has many different styles that he works with. And like this time for the competition, he has sort of launched a new style of his. And this shows that because, yeah, we all have the urge to develop and do new things, like we told about Natalia in the other place. So that we see here, definitely.
It's just so beautiful to see what the same exact kit, the same box of flowers and materials, how it can be different. Just the way choreographers would come up with different movements to the same song.
And that's why I love these surprise boxes, because they say so much more about the designer. This is, as I said before, here's going to have the difference between the finalists and the rest of the semi-finalists.
Right. So just for the crowd to know, the first three designs were things that they had been practicing. They had conceptualized, they sketched it, they made it happen, then they rehearsed it, and to see how it would look, and got all the details right. And that was just about the execution here in a live audience. But this is the second of two surprise packages where this is all about improvisation. The choreography is fresh and it's of the moment.
Yeah, but even if it's like that, you see a strong connection to the first three designs they did.
And that's what I find to be so impressive.
Yeah, from just the same set, very, very same materials. So from Tamas, we are walking over to Stefan again to see how he has developed his floral tree, because that's actually what these things
really
are. They are floral
taken
trees.
shape since we came the first time.
I mean, just look
lovely.
Look at the dynamics here, Alicia. I mean, the power of the lines going in all different ways. I mean, I just see that total. I mean, the roof is lifting from this creativity. There's so much happening inside there, but it's still then inside of that peacefulness of the wool. And if we look at Stefan, see, he looks so relaxed. But when we now see the design,
he does look relaxed.
We have a floral design showing what's inside of that brain.
I was overhearing the crowd as we were walking through, and they said, wow, we can feel the passion, right? You can watch it. It's live action. You know, this is not like, you know, walking in, placing an order, and then seeing what somebody does. This is watching it from birth to you know, maturity in just during the duration of this allotted time.
And me, as then be having the designer's eyes, just to see how differently, not only how they use the materials, but you see they clean the materials, they cut off a lot of things, because they're looking for different ways of expression. If they're looking for the texture or a shape or a line, and Stefan here, since we were here last time, he has now been looking for a lot more lines to give that energetic and playful expression to complement the power from inside with the rounder flower heads.
I want to just make this note. If you are watching this on our live stream on 6abc.com, and you can get here to the Pennsylvania Convention Center, if you can get here to the Philadelphia Flower Show, come see these in person, because while they look beautiful on video, what we can show you, to take it in person is a completely different experience. I mean, you couldn't even possibly capture the true beauty unless you see through your own eyes.
I know that is very true, and there is something in the air.
isn't there?
It's the creativity we feel
Yes.
in the air, definitely. And that, even though we live stream all over the world, you can't capture that. But I mean, the live stream is so much better than nothing, because we
It's
can
true,
now
and we're so
share this
and
with
if
everyone.
you are watching from around the world, thank you for tuning in. This is now our 5th live stream. It's the 5th live competition of this 6-round international FTD World Cup. So there are 10 competitors left. We started with 23. These are the semifinalists, and then they will. From 10, they'll go down to 5.
Yeah.
Tell us about this evening, how this works.
It was when we gather for the gala dinner, we will have the announcement of the 5 finalists, and they will then go up on stage and compete in front of all of us having dinner. Oh, yeah,
wow.
So there will be 5 tables up on stage, and there will be a surprise package again. But that time they will get 15 minutes to review the material and only 45 minutes to execute the design.
And that'll be their 6th and final design, and only for the top 5.
Exactly, the top 5 in the very final. And once they've competed, the designs will then be taken backstage, and for the first time those designs will be judged without the jury knowing who did them.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, so it's they're judging blindly, essentially, without knowing
So
the
they're not going to
designer.
know who did what, and that's also another aspect of it, to make it as fair as possible, the whole competition.
Wow. And so the people in the crowd, the spectators, this is their final chance to watch these creations come to life in person. But everything here from each of these 23 designers will remain on display through the duration of the flower show. That is a week from today, Sunday, March 10th. By the way, if you're watching right now, this is Pirjo Kopi. She is the semi-finalist from Finland, describing herself as playful, not too serious. Life is serious enough at times, isn't that the truth? So we just need this little burst of joy.
But I would say when she says not too serious, she's very serious about that.
She's a serious competitor, yes.
And looking at her design now, we saw when we were here the first time, it was like this nest that she had created. So we have the roots down, and then it goes up in the nest. And as I said, it's bursting out with creativity. She's playing with all those flowers. She's mixing them generally all over the place, and have those pointy grass, the thinner lines. And I mean, we know playful, period, that's how she is. So I think that so far I see they really match what I think about them.
Do we have any of our friends from Finland here in the crowd? Hi, what is your name?
Svetlana.
Come closer, let's see where our camera is. Hello. Tell us, we've seen you throughout the competition. What is it like to be a spectator, and how much pride for country you have right now?
It feels so wonderful and incredible, and I'm so happy to stay here with Pirjo.
Are you friends, family?
No, I'm just a florist student and
former student. Yeah. So, that's so nice. Yeah. So, tell us what just to be here for you to get this kind of inspiration.
Yes, I came in for get inspiration from this beautiful place and Philadelphia.
Well, we welcome you to Philadelphia. We hope you get a chance to enjoy our beautiful city.
Thank you. See you.
Oh, that's so nice. Just, people knowing that this...
they travel in from all over the world to see this, to be part of it.
Friends and
That's
family,
incredible.
but also just fans.
Yeah, but that's not just.
I'm saying, and not just, but I mean, just people who are... because to be here in person is unlike anything else.
Yeah. And going then from Finland to China, of course. Yahweh! Let's see what's happened since we were here last time. Okay, competitors, there is 15 minutes remaining on the competition time. We have another 15 minutes remaining. So then,
taking a look to see what Yahweh has done here,
Yeah.
and was such like a strong statement, right? This is a statement piece.
Yeah, definitely. And we see he's just now made it stronger. He's continuing with the lines. First we had that part growing upwards with that fire flames, that I would say. But now he's rooting himself more, if we're going to go back to the theme, with both the foliage, the branches, and some of those flowers.
And that beautiful nest, a nest at the bottom and a nest at the top as well.
Yeah. But we're going to go
So
further on
beautiful.
to Kazuhiri from Japan and see how his floral persona, his flower tree have evolved since we were here last time. And you remember when we were here?
So Kazuhiro Sugimoto is who you are looking at now on your screen. He is the semifinalist from Japan. He's from Okayama. Japan won the World Cup back in 1989 when it was held in Tokyo. Here we are in 2019, and this is the competitor.
Yeah. And yes, and we have Deborah de la Flor here beside us, one of our judges.
Yes, I'm excited to be here today again.
Tell us, how fun is this not to be a judge?
It's extraordinary, and today it's so exciting because it is a surprise package. So this is when their true skill and talent shines through because they have no preparation back at home to plan a prop. This is what it is at the moment.
Yes,
and
improv.
that's when their creativity shines through, and you really see the difference in the artist.
And I both hear and see in the shine in your eyes, you really love judging a surprise item, huh?
I hyperventilate because I get so excited, and I cannot wait to get in there and dig deep into what they've done with their creativity.
Tell the audience about that. How deep do you go into a design?
Well, when the technical committee is at it, we're getting our hands dirty. So we're really digging down to
Are you actually literally digging into it?
Yes. Not with a shovel, with our hands.
Yeah,
so we
I
come
know,
out,
being a
wiping
judge
our hands
myself,
on our
but-
pants.
Yeah.
You know, feeling is there foam? Is it truly wet? You know, has it soaked enough?
Yeah.
You know, are there stems all the way down into the water? Is there enough water level? All these things are very important with the technical.
Yeah, are they
So,
cut the right way so they can drink water? Are they cleaned properly? All of that, because they're going to be here for another 8
Yes,
days.
exactly. So they have to last. And the competitors are all aware of this. They're given all these rules. It's just, does that stress level get to where they forget?
Yeah.
Because you are so excited and nervous that you know, hopefully you can focus through all that.
So if you find flaws in there, so you deduct points then, or how do you judge the
Little
technique?
fractions. We're so fair and so good. And you know what? We're here to give points, not take them away.
That's lovely to hear. That's how I
Isn't that
want to do
nice?
it as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so fascinating.
Yeah.
And we want everybody to succeed. We want we know. All of us, we've been there, so we know what it took to get here. We know the stress, we know the pride, we know that your country is on your shoulders. So we want everybody to do well, and that's you know, our wish.
And I have one more question now, because they're showing their floral persona, their creativity in this design. How much do you know about each individual designer before judging?
How much do I know them?
Yeah.
I studied where they were coming from, what you know, their career was, and I studied through Facebook.
Yeah,
Great thing.
Facebook and Instagram, yes.
That is the modern way.
Kind of know their level of skill and their look. So, and then you see, okay, they're very good at planning and and some people are better at surprise packages. And you're like, ooh, maybe they didn't excel there, but bam, they can bring their score up through this surprise package.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a fabulous insight for all of us here
really
and all around
is.
the world. Thank you so
And
much.
I'm so excited because now from 10 we go tonight to 5.
I know. I'm already nervous about it and excited. I'm excited for them to do great things, so we can't wait to judge this next task.
Same.
It's lovely
Ooh,
to hear.
I am giddy. I am giddy now.
Yeah, so I think we have to go over
Yes.
to Natalia if you're going to see the rest of them in the time we have.
So on the screen you have, of course, been watching Kazuhiro Sugimoto from Japan. And from there we go to Russia.
Yeah, we're going to see how Natalia have developed her floral persona, describing her creativity in that tree of hers.
the crowd is just so fixated, you know, it's almost like you get mesmerized by this. Yesterday, a woman told us she was levitating watching this because it's just so, it's so intriguing. And now to know how the judges are so excited as well.
And you heard from Deborah there, they really go in deep into the designs, because as I said before, there are 4 criteria these designs are judged according to. The first one is the idea, and that of course is how the designer have then been able to express her persona as a designer. Oh, and look, Natalia is going to put a scissor in her design maybe. I mean, that's a playful part of her.
Yes.
Yeah, and that could be part of the idea, because that shows who she is. And then we have the color as the second criteria. And then composition. And composition is everything from balance and how they place the materials and how they have created rhythm and depth in the design. And then when they've judged those 3, that's when they do the technical criteria. And that's when they actually go in and check even inside of the design.
Wow, and since we were here last, we're really starting to see some really fun details, and also this tree also has a lot of, I think, romance to it. You know, it has a lot of love. So you know, when we grow, it hurts sometimes, but through that, you know, is where we really start to have breakthroughs as
that's how we accumulate experience, isn't it? It's not always a smooth ride. It's usually on the bumpy ride we learn the most.
It is in fact the truth.
And I think that we can see in many of the ways how they have used the branches. I have the emotion that they want to express exactly that, with the roughness in comparison to the softness and the elegance of the flowers.
Beautiful.
And let's see there.
To Oh Myun now from Korea.
We are
so nice to see. You know, we talked about the fact that many of these designers were born into floral families. Their parents were florists, and we had a chance earlier to meet O's son, who is a student, be attending Boston University next year, and said he doesn't have any doubt that at some point in his future he will take this kind of incredible opportunity and almost the genetic, what did you call it? The
floral virus.
The floral virus.
It's the only good virus in the world.
Absolutely, because it's just the kind that you catch by being around it.
But let's see, Alicia, we have to really have a look now at what O is doing. And you come and see here, what we call transparency. When you actually, first you see the outside, and then you really want to continue looking in, creating depth, layers. I mean, this is the complexity that we all have. Right. If we think about it, inside our brain, it's such complexity, and that I think O have really showed in this design. And now he's doing the last little touch-up of the design. He's using that finishing touch from Oasis to give the last freshness of the flowers, and even doing some last-minute changes. You see, now it's focused, and I think we can even feel a little bit of stress in here. We're getting into the competition mood.
I just love to see their movement, and to see, you know, they get into, because they know the judges will get into the little details, but they'll also step back and see the big picture. And I see here how he used the wiring from this package as part of this design.
That wire and the wire mesh.
Yeah.
So you get that rough and almost sharpness into it. No, it's full of contrasts and complexity, and that indeed are our minds as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to go over to
Italy,
Vincenzo.
Last but not least, Vincenzo Antonuccio, who we now know is from Sicily.
Exactly, and Sicily, that's not Italy, it's Sicily. That we also learned. Yes. And see, also here now, we've seen how they're layering in details and lines. When we walked the first time, there was a lot of blooms in all the designs. And now the second round, we have seen branches, grass lines, vines, to really show that both energy and complexity that we all have.
And like the rooting of this and how intertwined it is, you know, how it's deep, it's complex. And when we look at the task that they all had. Oh, do we have a time
Okay,
check?
competitor. There are 5 minutes remaining on the competition time. 5 more minutes on this design for your semi-final. 5 minutes.
And also for the crowd to know, this is the last task that will be open to the public to view. Tonight it is a gala dinner. We'll go from 10 semifinalists down to 5, and then a winner will be crowned.
I know, I'm so excited.
Just got really excited there. Vincenzo, by the way, working again with all of these designers on this task, which was described as strength of character. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. And I think we see so much of that movement here in this final
and they
piece on the
worked
floor.
to create a floral tree using the same props and botanicals given. They all had the same starting point, but what made the difference in these designs are their own personal creativity, their own personalities. And after these almost 2 hours, we really see we have 10 unique designers on the floor competing in the semi-finals of the FTD World Cup 2019.
Show them a little love.
Yeah, give them a hand.
This has been an absolutely fascinating 3 days of competition.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And this, of course, a competition of this magnitude would not have been possible without everyone working behind it. FTD have done a great job, and we're hosting here at the Flower Show.
Yes, the Philadelphia Flower Show, the premier event for the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society. If you are part of PHS, know that this is just one of the most remarkable events that we have here. We're so proud to be a part of it. They have been doing this for 190 years.
It's incredible.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. And we have our sponsors. We have a lot of sponsors, but we have some premier sponsors. We have Smithers Oasis as our main sponsor, and then we have our platinum sponsors, AIFD, Florist Review, Fleur Creative, and UPS. None of this would have been possible without the cooperation with all of these companies into our industry. Together we make this happen.
If you are watching this right now on our live stream, 6abc.com, and also on YouTube, this flower show is here in town through Sunday, March 10th. That is a week from today. All of these designs from 23 of the world's best luminaries, I would say, in the floral design community. We have masters among us. We have authors among us. We have, they run teaching schools. Their designs will be here for you to enjoy and to be inspired by and educated by, again, for another week.
Yeah, so you have a huge hall full of hope of spring, life, and creativity.
Absolutely.
So if you're anywhere close to Philadelphia, you should come and visit.
Get in the car, come down. And also, of course, not to mention all of the other fabulous things happening right now around us at the Philadelphia Flower Show as well. We're getting close to the end here.
No.
It's just, it's so breathtaking.
Yeah, it's breathtaking in many ways.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope now when you've walked around, you've seen these designs that they're making, you're trying to understand the motion part behind it and trying to get a view of who this designer that really is. For me, it was a true pleasure walking around, and I see, well, for me, not judging, but being a designer and judge myself, I think they have succeeded, all of them. Doesn't matter who will be in the final in the end. These 10 designers have succeeded today.
And
competitors, there are 1 single minute remaining. There are 1 minute remaining of the competition time. So do your last little touches. And we now will need the help of everyone in the hall. We're going to do a joint countdown from 10 to 1 to finally ring our Liberty Bell.
The Liberty Bell,
yes.
So I think while you are here in Philadelphia, you should go see the Liberty Bell.
Oh, I did last time I was
here. You did, okay.
I did a full tour of Philadelphia.
You must.
Yeah. So get ready now, everyone. I mean,
will you guys help us count down to close this competition?
Yeah, we're going to close the semifinals in a little while, and then the designers are going to get a little bit rest. Okay, we go here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The competition time is officially over, and the bell is also over, I'm afraid.
No,
but that
we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Competitors,
it already had a
thank you so much. It's been a true pleasure seeing what you have done.
For these artists
yes.
in the room. We will go tonight from 10 to 5 to 1. We will be live streaming starting at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So if you are on the edge of your seat, as we all are, to see who the judges have chosen, please tune into our live stream again right here on 6abc.com at 7:30 p.m. That is closed to the public. It is a gala event, and we cannot wait to bring it to you.
It's going to be so exciting. The judges are now going to continue judging here. And we know that we're going to have assistants coming into the room. The assistants are going to help the competitors clean up their pods. So please, everyone in the audience, when you hear someone want to come forward, give them way so they can clean up, because we want the room looking immaculate as soon as possible. So give way to competitors and assistants.
Absolutely. And we thank you all for being a part of this. Know that with each ticket purchased to the Philadelphia Flower Show, you are helping PHS and their mission to beautify this community, but also educate and provide access to fresh food and just make our community flourish.
Yeah, and just shows that there's so many sides of a creative profession. And I mean, Alicia, we should not only thank everyone here, I think we should send a greeting out to all these people around the globe that are watching, huh? So the warmest of greetings from Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia.
Yeah. And tonight we're going to have our new FTD Interflora World Champion.
Woo!
We are so excited. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.